The cherry blossoms swayed in the breeze, petals drifting gently as a girl stood beneath them. A man approached, crouching to her level. With a soft smile, he met her eyes. This was the day he became her new father. This is Okaeri Papa, a manga about Hiroto, a guy in his 30s who finally finds love and a family. He marries Mako, and with her comes her daughter Toko. Sounds sweet, right? Well, let's just say Toko has other plans. It was only a month ago when Hiroto had married Mako, and with that, stepped into a new life. Mako worked at the counter, and Toko, her daughter, sat nearby. Since her father's sudden passing, Toko's world had shifted. Hiroto's life before marriage had been consumed by work, nights of scrolling through social media, drinking alone, and watching others build the families he didn't have. Now, he had one. And for the first time in years, he felt at peace. That peace didn't last. When Mako left late at night to buy curry, Hiroto stayed behind with Toko. She tugged at his arm, asking if they could pass the time. They played a game, laughter breaking the silence. But then, her smile changed. She leaned against him, her chest pressing to his arm, her warmth too close. Shocked, Hiroto pulled away, but Toko's eyes softened. She inched closer, hands on his face, her lips nearing his until the door creaked open. Mako had returned. In an instant, Toko stood, her expression innocent, greeting her mother as though nothing had happened. Later at dinner, she asked Hiroto to watch her tennis match. When Mako encouraged it, Toko added softly, "Most girls invite their boyfriends, but I don't mind if it's you." Beneath the table, her leg brushed against his. Her grin was sharp, unreadable. That night, Hiroto tried to explain his unease to Mako, but she misunderstood, believing he was overwhelmed by the sudden responsibility of fatherhood. He reassured her, told her he was happy, and they embraced. But outside their door, Toko listened, her lips curling into a sly grin, as she whispered one word, "Papa." The days that followed grew heavier. At work, Hiroto's coworker joked about his new life with a high school daughter, hinting at things that disgusted him. Hiroto denied it fiercely. But when he returned home that evening, the apartment was silent. Two hands suddenly covered his eyes from behind. Guess who? It was Toko. Mako was still out, and once again, they were alone. She moved in front of him, her gaze locked on his, her movements slow, deliberate. She leaned in, arms wrapping around him, breath warm against his neck as she pulled at his tie. Hiroto froze, his voice trembling as he asked what she was doing. She murmured softly about how nice he smelled, tugging the tie free. Panicked, Hiroto told her to stop. Shock flickered across her face, then melted into tears. She clung to him, sobbing, begging him not to leave her and her mother. Guilt crushed him. He promised her he'd never leave, that he would always be there. He pulled her into an embrace. But as her arms tightened around him, her face shifted. The tears were gone, replaced by a sly grin. Softly, she whispered again, "Papa."